Welcome to the compass to the narrow path. This message is for my brothers and sisters, but especially sisters, because we are the first point of a child's life. We already naturally have influence upon the child we birth. We should influence the children by walking in the way we teach, understanding that everything we do matters in order to endure to the end, and to hear the words as written in Matthew chapter 25, verse 23. And it reads, "His Lord said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord." Amen. As prophecy continues to be fulfilled, information is revealed from truth to misinformation, causing confusion, strife, distraction to distort and to delusion us from good and matter. To understand good and matter, what is profitable and unprofitable, I need to share with you a biblical story of a family Christ loved. But the story concerns the comparison of the two sisters. This family was inflicted with sickness amongst the men in their family. The father, Simon, known as a leper and a faithful believer of Christ, and the son Lazarus, once known as a beggar and suffered with sores, a friend of Christ and risen from the dead, and the brother to Mary and Martha. Martha and Mary, whom Christ loved, were believers of Christ and demonstrated much faith. And we can also compare their story to the parable of the 10 virgins. Because out of one of the sisters, one would receive immediate grace. I shall read Luke chapter 10, verses 38 to 42. While they were on their way, Christ came to a village where a female named Martha made him welcome. She had a sister, Mary, who seated herself at the Lord's feet and stayed there listening to his words. Now Martha was distracted by her many tasks. So she came to him and said, "Lord, do you not care that my sister has left me to get on with the work by myself? Tell her to come and give me a hand." But the Lord answered, "Martha, Martha, you are fretting and fussing about so many things. Only one thing is necessary. Mary has chosen what is best, good. It shall not be taken away from her." I share this, my sisters and brothers, because we are at a time that the people of the world has been and taught us to be consumed with the comparisons, vanity, egotism, autonomy, envy, and strife over minuscule and mundane things. However, praise be to God that this story of Martha and Mary teaches us the difference of Mary and Martha. Now Martha possessed a residence where she received and welcomed Christ. Martha is observed to be hospitable by being kind and cordial host. However, Martha's thought, "Lord, do you not care that my sister has left me to get on with the work by myself? Tell her to come and give me a hand." This thought and statement of Martha was not a righteous thought. Please do not misconstrue. Martha had great faith as seen in John chapter 11, verses 20 through 21. However, she was consumed and distracted with the parents, which caused her to fret and fuss. It became a bothersome to Martha, and rather being full of joy, it became resentment and passive aggressiveness that is shown here with the fussing, which means bustling of noise and sound. Mary, on the other hand, sat, sitting by Christ, listening attentively to every word with understanding. Mary understood this was an opportunity to be in the presence of Christ, knowing Christ had no home, for he ministered as a pilgrim. To my sisters and brothers, instead of having the cares of the world, being overly busy with things of hospitality, do not let distractions and barriers of burdensome and troublesome things or person have you lose your blessings from the kingdom. Now is the time, before the doors of heaven close and before the Most High stops hearing prayers, to do away with useless and unprofitable things and unrighteous people. We should be mindful of righteous communication, teaching our children, and always seeking the glory of the kingdom. So what is that only one thing that is necessary, needful, that shall not be taken away from Mary? What is that good, best part from her? Well, I employ with you, my sisters and brothers, to take heed, and I pray you do, that the only one thing to enter into the kingdom of heaven is knowledge that shall not be taken away, to search, seek out, and to teach our children of the return of Christ, the new heaven and the new earth, and to do the will of the Most High. We should influence the children by walking in the way we teach, understanding that everything we do matters in order to endure to the end, and to hear the words as written. Matthew chapter 25, verse 23, which reads, "The Lord said, 'Well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been fruitful, faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord.'" Amen.